Alright, so in this video I wanted to go over a primer that I think doesn't deserve, or doesn't, sorry, doesn't get as much love as it should. And that's the Kompressa, the bubble gun, Ureli's signature weapon. Now, I know most people tend to stick with stuff like Tenet Cycron, Kuva Core, and what's the last one? Epitaph for priming? Epitaph. I swear I have the Epitaph. Hold up. Yeah. But I think Kompressa's way better than it's given credit for. I never see people using it. Now, first of all, it has base viral right off the bat, which means you can pair it with something like Corrosive. That's pretty huge. It's got an AoE. It shoots it has four multi-shot at base, right? So four bubbles. And each projectile has a 30% stats chance. That's a lot of multi-shot plus a lot of status plus an AoE. So if we were to put Corrosive on it, right, like this, it's going to be able to proc a lot of Corrosive and viral stacks. Now, the main reason I like it for Corrosive specifically is because you can put two two Emerald shards for Corrosive max stacks on your Warframe. That way you can full strip with Corrosive. But it comes with the problem of needing 14 stacks of Corrosive instead of 10 to max it out. 14 stacks to full strip, which can be a bit of a pain if you can't apply enough status fast enough. So to be able to use Compressa and apply it extremely fast while also still having viral is extremely nice. So here we can show how effective it is. Now, again, this build is fairly new player friendly. If I just shoot it down in the crowd, that was what, like 3-4 shots? All of them full stripped? How about this? 1, 2. Look at that. 2 shots. 2 shots. And they're all, that's a pretty big radius right there. 2 shots and they all immediately capped out on Corrosive and Viral, with the exception of just this one guy. That is really, really effective. And now, my biggest problem with it is probably the reload speed, though there are ways to get around that. And you can make this fairly good with more, if you had a Riven with even more multi-shot, you could shoot a lot and get tons of stat specs. And to really set it off is Secondary Encumber. Now, I don't have Secondary Encumber. Hopefully I'll get it soon. But on a status effect, there's a 24% chance to trigger a second random status effect. So with how many shots and explosions and status effects there are going on with Compressa, this will be insane as an AoE primer. Now, obviously the main competitor would be the new core. Now, it has a couple upsides to it, or like things it can beat Compressa with. It has base radiation, which is nice. It can get the Lich or Tenet, or whatever the progenitor bonus, that's the word. It can get the progenitor bonus for another element. So if you want, you could put magnetic, so you have 2 combined elements at base. It also makes enemies grow when you hit them, which, despite not showing up as a status effect, it does count as a status effect. Meaning it applies for more damage on condition overload and gun CO and stuff. It's also just really, really funny to see. You know, I mean, bobblehead Grenier, who doesn't love that? It also makes it easier to get headshots if you shoot the head first to make it grow. It has chain effects, which is quite nice. Being able here, actually, I should have stayed over here to show it. It can chain between up to, what, like 3 enemies? Let's see. Oh, that's the miter. Yeah, 2. It can chain to 2 enemies. I mean, assuming these guys aren't too far away to chain to. That is possible, though. But it can chain. It has an issue with ammo, though, I find a lot of the time. Yeah, it seems to only be able to chain to 2 enemies. It tends to run out of ammo really fast. It has an even worse reload speed than the Compressor. Like this is with a reload mod on, I think. Oh wait, no, I swapped to a build with no mods on. So it's pretty good, very good even, but it lacks the AoE Compressa has. It also doesn't have the base viral. So if you need to be able to apply viral and also get a full strip for if you have like green shards, I think Compressa is the best option, hands down. It's just So freaking effective. I can just, dang it, wrong weapon again. And just shoot right into the crowd like this, full strip. I don't, wow, that's depressing. It didn't, oh wait, that's because I'm on the wrong build now. Wow, I have had to run back here like 80 times already because I have the wrong builds. This is my heat build. There we go, corrosive viral. You can put other elements on it as well. I just have only these two for the sake of consistency because I was using it with Atlas earlier. Just shoot them all like that. Bam. Stripped. It is so, so good. The ribbons for it tend to not be too expensive. I think it should be less than a year before we get Yareli Prime access based off release date, so we might get a Compressa Prime soon enough. It is very, very strong and a very underrated primer. Um, I'm probably going to go over the Cyanord or the Gamma Core Incarnon as a primer at some point as well. I think it's also very underrated, but right now we're just talking about the Compressa. So if you need to be able to full strip and you got the double corrosive shards and are struggling to apply enough corrosive for it to actually matter, try out the Compressa. It's pretty good. So thanks for watching. Maybe you'll hit that subscribe button, and if you don't like the video, make sure to absolutely pulverize that dislike button. So thanks for watching. Oh whoa.